They were concerned, however, when you speak about Avodah Zarah, you have to distinguish between two things. Between Avodah Zarah, idolatry, and simply as a ritual, as a worship, as a ceremonial. And between a pagan way of life. As a matter of fact, in Chazal's opinion, a Eved Avodah Zarah will also adopt a pagan way of life. But we live in this age, this day and age. We know that it's possible for people to live like pagans, even though no idolatry is involved. Paganism is not the worship of an idol. It encompasses more than the worship of an idol. A certain style of life, a way of life. What is the pagan way of life in contradistinction to the Torah way of life? The pagan cries for variety, for boundlessness, for unlimited love, and insatiable desire. The demonic dream of total conquest, of drinking the cup, pleasure, to its dread, he actually attracts the pagan. The pagan way of life is the very antithesis of Yahadus. The latter demands limitedness of enjoyment and the ability to step backward, if necessary. The ability to withdraw, to retreat. The unlimited desire, or what is called hedonei, what the Greeks called hedonei, is the worst form, is actually the worst desire in man. The man reaches out for the unreachable. The man reaches out for the orgiastic and hypnotic. Then they don't violate the Isser of Avodah Zarah, but they adopt the pagan way of life. And the Torah hated the pagan way of life more than he did hate the idol. Because an idol cannot exist for a long time, cannot last. Finally, an intelligent person realizes that it's just wood and metal. It has no life. The Avodah Zarah per se is short-lived. However, a pagan way of life has a tremendous attraction for people. The Torah describes so beautifully the way in which the pagan gathers, accumulates property, gathers the sloth, the quail. How he gathers property, means of gratification, of his hungry senses. Vayokomom kol hayom v'chol halayla over, the Torah describes it. V'chol yom hamochros vayasvu es haslov, amamidos habasoro chamorim, vayishtucho lachem sheteach v'svilis hamachne. They were mad with desire. There was no controlling, limiting element in their desire for vastness. The imagination soup. The imagination actually excited them, and the goods of sense were surrounded with a nimbus which was irresistible. The more the better. And you start gathering new goods even before you completed the gathering of the other goods. The pagan is impatient and insatiable. That's what the Torah describes in kibbutzim ata'avah. There's another story in the Torah which, in contradistinction to the unlimited to the unlimited desire of the pagan, the Torah describes the Jewish way of life. This is interesting. It's demand. And Moses said to them, that is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat. Gather as much of it as each of you requires to eat, and Omer to a person for as many as you as there are. But when they measured it by the Omer, he who has gathered much had no excess, and he who gathered little had no deficiency. This is the way, the approach of the Hadith. The great tragedy happened. The triumphal final march suddenly came to a stop. The people which rejected the basic principles of economic limitedness and aesthetic enjoyment, the people are not worthy of entering the land.